Hello, lovely ladies. Today is all about balance and why you should embrace the chaos instead. See you on the inside.
You're listening to my mom
on the Mommy's Home Office show.
Okay, Mom. Yes, you can. Love you. Yeah, push mommy up.
Aw, thanks, guys. Now go play so I can record this. Welcome to the Mommy's Home Office podcast, where I pull back the curtains and talk about the realities of starting and running a successful online business from home. I'm your host, Nicole Wynn. Let's do this. Y'all, I'm so happy that you are here because today we are going to talk about embracing the chaos instead of trying to always attain that dirty word, balance. But first, let me give you a little insight into what's going on over at Mommy's Home Office. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know that my schedule has been filling up really fast and I am actually raising my prices. So if you book in the month of August for any strategy sessions or accountability calls, you will be locked into the rate that I currently have now. But August 31st, or August 30th, those prices go up. So just get your sessions now. You don't have to use them immediately. You can get a session. You can sign up in August and then start your session in September if that works better for you guys with schedules and school, because I know for me, I'm just getting back into it, but my kids start school on the 13th of August. So it's a lot easier. A lot of you guys are after, the end of August or maybe even September. So keep that in mind and go take a look at that. I really, really, really would love to help you strategize and hold you accountable for all of the changes that we want to make so that way we can move forward. Okay, second thing. I am switching all of my stuff. So I'm switching over lead pages, which I love, and ConvertKit, which I love too, and anything else, membership site stuff. But I'm switching that all over to Kartra. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I will let you guys know how it goes. I have heard the praises from everybody that has used it, and they love it because that one system takes the place of all of my other tools, and I don't have to link them together, integrate them, or use Zapier, or if this then that, or make sure the integrations are working and still working, and lead pages is down, or ConvertKit is down, or all of those things that go into the behind the scenes of running an online business. So Kartra offers all of that in one place, and everything talks to each other and gets tagged appropriately and all of that fun stuff. Anyway, I will let you know how that goes, and you guys can come along for the ride too, because my third announcement is that I am in the process right now of building a membership site for you. It is going to be called Moms Building Businesses, and it's a place where all of us moms who are building businesses can go to get support for their business and training and meet up with each other and have Q&A calls and all of the trainings that I offer and courses that I offer and some of the stuff I offer in my accountability programs is going to be in that monthly membership site. Plus, I'm also going to be creating new trainings for you guys. That's all going to go in there, and it's going to be just a monthly membership fee so you can use it when you need it and have us there for support. Oh, and if you want to be a part of the building of Moms Building Businesses, then you're going to want to listen up for when I open up that enrollment so you can be a charter member and you can help me decide on what goes in there and what's helpful and what's not. And I will be featuring other moms that are experts in what they do to help come on and train Moms Building Businesses to help you guys have all the resources at your disposal, because I am not an expert in everything. I have some spaces where I rock and I will share those with you, but I will also be bringing on other members that rock in their world. So that will be a part of it as well. And then finally, part of that is also going to be small group mastermind. Yay! I can't wait. That's probably like the most exciting thing for me. I cannot wait. I will give you guys more details as I have them, but that's what's going on behind the scenes in Mommy's home office. So exciting! Okay, so let's jump into today. I decided to come up with this episode because I saw a video online and it made a lot of sense. And then I saw something else, and then I got asked the question about 5 times. This is the question I get asked all the time by well-meaning people. How do you balance working as a mom? Really? I stare back at them with a WTF look on my face and say, I don't. I'm never in balance. There's never a time in my life where I have kept all the plates spinning for more than a second or maybe 2 before they all come crashing down and I feel like a failure at everything. Honestly, perfect balance is impossible. There are times when the weight shifts more heavy on work and then your parenting or your family time has to pay the price. That's okay. That is 100% normal. Or maybe you're like me and it's summertime where my work has really paid the price because I want to spend more time with my kids and family and traveling more than we ever have in the summertime. You know, you can never be all things to all people and your attention has to go where it is needed. Some plates are going to drop. Just think about it. As a mom, society tells us that we're supposed to run every aspect of the household. Cooking, cleaning, groceries, laundry, and about a million other things. We're supposed to run everything with the kids. Childcare, doctor's visits, sports, PTA, teachers, homework, playdates, birthday parties, gifts, holidays, all of that. Oh, and keep yourself in shape and look presentable at all times. And if you work, you're supposed to do well at your job, take care of everything that I just mentioned, plus have dinner on the table every night ready for your family. I'm sorry, but this is bullshit. It has to stop. The demands are overwhelming and impossible to keep up with. So let's just stop trying to keep up. There might be times when we feel like superheroes and can actually keep up with it all, but it is so short-lived and very unsustainable. So unless you have a full-time housekeeper, private chef, nanny, personal assistant, personal trainer, and VAs that help you run your business and a project manager to help you do that, balance is an absolutely ridiculous notion, and I want you to stop trying to attain it. You know, I never see men getting asked this question about how they balance their work life with kids. I saw on Facebook, Christina Kuzmic did a YouTube video about this where she interviewed dads outside of a store and asked them that same question. How do you balance your work life with your kids? It was absolutely hilarious. Most of the dads didn't know how to answer that question, and they all said they had never been asked that question. A couple of them even said, I can call my wife and ask her how she does it because that's who balances everything. I thought it was nuts. By the end of that video, she says that balance should be considered a dirty word, and then she bleeps it out of the rest of her video, and it's awesome. So y'all should check it out. I linked it in the show notes, so if you wanted to check it, you could. Anyway, I want to talk about this today simply because school is about to start and stuff is getting crazy already. My school's about to start in less than 2 weeks, and all of the sports stuff, the school projects, the volunteering, the PTA, the school activities, and the 18 million other commitments are about to kick in again. And when they start, we start comparing ourselves to other moms, and then we can start feeling inadequate or like we suck as a mom. Look, I used to be a Pinteresty person. I actually really liked it. And then I became a mom. I wanted to be that Pinteresty project mom too, but that lasted all of about 3 years before I totally burnt out. I realized that those over-the-top decorated theme parties were a ridiculous waste of my time. So ridiculous that my kids didn't even care that I had spent 4 hours creating Star Wars themed food menus complete with themed named card printed out and so I could put them in front of the food. That didn't even include the next 3 hours of me making that food. You know, red, blue, and green dipped pretzel sticks that I called lightsabers or cookies that I had decorated to look like Chewbacca. Finally, I realized I wasn't doing it for the kids. I wasn't doing it for my kids at all. I was doing it to say, look how awesome I can make parties. Look how awesome of a mom I am. I felt like I was winning, which is totally crazy. But maybe this is your thing. Like, this was what lights you up, is making these beautifully themed parties. And more power to you, because that is amazing and that is your thing. But it wasn't mine. And for me, it took away time that I already felt super short on, and I became a serious stress ball trying to get it all done. Now I can literally plan my kids' parties in like an hour. Did you just drop your jaw? I'm pretty sure you did, because an hour is pretty short, but I've gotten the process down. So I'm not going to go into it here. If you want to see the bullet points on how I do that, go to the show notes, because I put them in there. Moving on. I also learned the lesson that we can't be everything to everyone or do everything for everyone. The time that I volunteered to cut 1,000 scarecrow hands and feet for my kindergartner's school hallway. Yep. 1,000. And at the time, I was working full-time hours in my business and had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old that were not in full-time childcare. What the hell was I thinking? I mean, seriously, I had so little time to spend on work alone, but I spent almost 5 hours cutting tan construction paper. Seriously, what the F? I felt so behind and like I had wasted all my work time that day cutting paper, only to find out when I handed it in that there was a waiting list of moms that were wanting projects to do or ways that they could help out. And it wasn't like I wasn't involved in his school. I was the PTA membership chair. I was doing my part. I was the type of person that was always the first one to offer to help. I'd offer to do it all. Well, that's not the case anymore. It's been a hard habit to break, but it's been really worth it. Now, I let other people help out too. Don't get me wrong, if there's a need that they can't fill and they need help, I will jump in and help. But I am not the first one to raise my hand. The message today that I'm trying to get across to you is that it's okay to let some things slide while you focus on other things. There is never going to be a balance. You will always feel like you're giving more in one area and giving less in another. The only reason I get as much done as I do is because I have help. I have housekeeping once a week. I have full-time childcare. I use Instacart for all my groceries, so I don't go to the store anymore. And I use Amazon Prime for almost everything else. And I still feel like things are totally crazy and I'm not able to keep up. As moms, we just need to embrace the chaos and know that we are amazing moms, spouses, friends, and business owners. We need to let go of the idea of being perfect. It never will be. We need to ask for help and accept it whenever it's offered. That's a hard one. I just started doing this and it's been magical. Whenever anyone asks me if they can help with the kids, take the kids for a play date, or take a kid for a play date, or my parents say that they can come up and help, I say yes. Before, I would automatically say no, I got it. I used to feel bad or guilty or like I should go be there with them and do things with them. I'm really working to change that. And I am totally a work in progress with this, but it has been life-changing so far to really say, yes, you know what? That would be amazing if you would take my kids for an hour. I would love that. Thank you so much. It helps so much. So anyway, onto it. We also need to find the fun in being a parent again. This time with our kids is short-lived and they will be grown up and gone before we know it. I don't know about you, but I want to look back on their childhood and know that I had fun with them and that I showed them it's okay to have interests and passions outside of our family and that I taught them to be self-sufficient, kind human beings. Sometimes we stand in our own way and let the control freak inside of us take over. And it's okay and it's necessary to let people help you, like your husband or your in-laws help with the kids, and even let them do it their own way. And I know that sounds so terrifying as a type A person, but as long as they love your kids and they are competent humans, the kids will survive. I have a friend that is so terrified to let her husband, the father of the kids, watch them alone for more than a couple of hours. She's so afraid he won't pay attention and something bad will happen. And I've told her that this is a completely ridiculous fear and that she needs to let him father his kids. And this is why. It's because we train the people around us to behave in the way that they do when they are around us. Now she has taught him that he doesn't know what he's doing as a parent and that she will always take care of everything with the kids and the household chores and tasks. That's not good. Because of this need to be in control, she is so trapped and feels like she can never do anything on her own, and he never helps with anything with the kids or with the chores around the house. This same concept applies to us teaching our kids to be self-sufficient. Whatever age they are, you can start letting them do things for themselves and be big kids. Whether it's when they're babies and they're just starting to feed themselves, let them feed themselves. It might get messy. It might take a little bit longer, but let them do it. Getting dressed, putting socks and shoes on. I know when you're in a rush, it's very tempting to just do it for them. But once they're self-sufficient, it will be so much better. Or even bathing, taking showers, getting breakfast or snacks, helping with chores around the house like laundry, taking out the trash, doing the dishes, or tidying up. Or maybe when they're older, they have learned how to cook and they're in charge of doing one meal per week. How amazing would that be if you got one dinner off of your plate? That would be so great. For me, my 8-year-old right now, he can't really change the trash on his own, but I take out the trash, he refills the new trash bags. He also sweeps the kitchen floor after every meal. That's his job. That's his family contribution. And he earns either money or he earns a device time by doing those things. So every little bit of help helps. And it may take a little time and a little bit of training in the beginning, but the results will be amazing for you. And keep in mind that they may not do it exactly the way you would do it, but it's okay. This will be very hard for you, but it's worth it. Let it go. Embrace the chaos. Know that you are amazing and that you are loved and that everything is going to be okay. I promise, the more that we let go of the idea of balance and just start embracing the chaos that we live in as moms, the more joy and happiness we will find in our everyday lives and bring our kids to. Okay. That was a lot. So I'm going to leave you here with that, and I will chat with you again next week. In the meantime, I would love it if you would snap a screenshot of yourself listening to this podcast and tag us on Instagram stories at Mommy's Home Office. Or if you want to, I would love it even more if you would leave us a review on iTunes so more moms can find us there. That makes my day, and I read every single one of them. Until next time, ladies, have a wonderful week. Bye for now.